Yo! Welcome to a little different episode of the Music Coffee Hour. We're gonna call it the espresso section. I don't fucking know. This one's all about Pierre Robert. Rest in peace, Pierre Robert. One of the greatest, I'd say the greatest in my unknowing opinion, rock music DJ of all time and Philly DJ for radio. It's interesting. It hit me so much harder than one would expect. So I just want to talk about it. He was a legendary DJ from Philly. He came here when he was 28. He worked here for 40, 50 something years, whatever it was, until he passed away about 3 days ago on October 28th or 29th. You can look up all the info. I'm just here to kind of talk about it. There's so many videos. It's all you'll see if you look it up because so many people loved and respected the man. And it's interesting. It deserves to be noted. I remember growing up, it was one of the few things that kind of like made my parents happy. I remember MMR being the first radio station ever on. I think one of my first memories is whatever the song's name is by Red Hot Chili Peppers. The grass is green, the girls are pretty. Oh, the Paradise City song. And I just remember that. I remember being in the car, and I'm pretty sure I remember Pierre's voice on after that. And then my dad and my parents talking about the songs and the music, and it was one of the few things in their stressful life that made them happy. And as a child, that means a lot, and you remember that kind of shit because my parents were working all the goddamn time. They were 23 when they had me ish, and they were just working, making money to make me survive, and they had very little escapes. But one of them was that music was MMR, was the rock music playing. My dad was playing music and always into music, and I'm sure that's a lot of what got me into all the music. But a huge part, maybe a bigger part, I realize now, was things like Pierre. These DJs on MMR showing me different rock music, talking about it, the way he knew every little fact about a band and like who the people were, and he supported them and he wanted to go see them, and like random different music that you wouldn't hear on other stuff. He would just play it and he would talk about it. Oh, this guitar player was from Philly back in 1972 and he did, and it was very cool, and it got me down a path of knowing things about musicians and knowing things about music and getting as deep into it as I could because it's an art and it's a passion you can love, and he did that all the way through to the end. I remember the silliest thing of my parents getting a bobblehead of Pierre Robert and it being like a big funny thing and like made everybody happy, but it's just like he did that for thousands of people and he treated it like the hometown, man. I heard someone talking about it, how he would play music and we would all listen to it at the same time, and music holds such emotion. He was essentially curating therapy via your eardrums for all the people listening, and his shift, both when he did the night shift, he was covering for all the night owls who were feeling sad, needed a drive through their overnight job, needed to pump, needed a friend to just feel okay. He was there. He was talking to you. He was telling you about the music. He was playing songs that made you feel like it was okay or made you feel more sad, and like telling you about it, and everybody was feeling that at that time from him. He curated a whole generations of people's music tastes. Like we all like a lot of what we like because he was showing it to us and telling us about it, and it rang true to us, and their story did, and all of it. But it all came from him conveying that. Who else was going to convey it? Before Spotify, even now with Spotify, you don't know shit about these bands on there. He's coming up, telling you about it, listening to it at that time. And yeah, it's the radio. Maybe it's not curated, but you knew there was going to be good music. He cared about people. He did so many like causes and showed like it was good. My example is I was in this community emergency response team that did like local fundraising, local stuff, and we participated in the Camp Out for Hunger. And I just remember him being a huge part of it every day on the show, talking about the importance of it, talking about the people it helped, talking to Phil Abundance people about how the food went to such beautiful places. And like it got me and my shithead group of friends. We were all, trespassing and skateboarding and you name it, but we all shut the fuck up and came together and knocked on those goddamn businesses and put up flyers to get food for people, because Pierre and other people like him at the station made us feel like it was the right thing to do, and because we could do it, and we did it for our community group, and it worked. And then we went to the event, got to take the day off school, went to the event, met him, delivered food, like participated, and it just made it feel like from a young age doing good things is a very worthwhile thing. And I feel like there's a lot of other people out there that have got the same experience in this area because of people like him. Our parents were listening to MMR. There was no other thing to listen to. We got that information too. He was making our parents and all the adults better people and have an escape from their every day probably feels like hell life, especially doing that 11 to 2 shift, like all the delivery drivers, all the people driving around. people at work. He is what they were listening to feel good and get through their goddamn workday. It's a drag. It's always been. And he's one of the things that was an escape back then, before you had Joe Rogan and millions of things you can listen to and escape with at any moment on this shitty little device that's in your pocket. And he always committed to doing exactly that. And from watching all the memorials and listening to Preston and Steve and hearing them talk about it, you can just tell how many people he affected and how many people like truly loved and cared for him, and how it's all positive and how everybody wants to continue that vibe forward. Everybody takes a second because you don't think about how important something like the radio DJ is to your life. That's the music you grow up on. That shaped your personality. That shaped how you feel emotions. That shaped where you go for escape. And for a lot of people, it gave them the escape they needed to not feel like every day was just a drag, one big L. I don't know. But all I know is it made a big impact, and I grew up with a lot of what it was, and it's important to realize that a lot of my musical tastings came from this guy. He spread good to a city, did purely what he loved for years and years, and just tried to be a good human. He was obsessed with his art. It's amazing stuff, the way he would go on other people's show and show support local music. Makes you really think about like what you're doing, and like, yeah, everything's a challenge, but could I just be nicer? And could I do things better? And could I try and help people? Could I go further into my lane? Really commit to like what I want to do, all of it. You have to take a look at these kind of big name images, and sucks that sometimes it takes when they die. I haven't listened to MMR, but I'm going to start again. The radio's right there for it. There's things to do, and we can all feel the same thing. We're all going through a lot of the same thing. People like that are there to help and show us. He loved what he did, and he helped all the people who didn't get through their days, and he knew the power of what he did. I don't know. It's all very important. So all I can say is rest in peace, Pierre Robert. Thank you for giving my family and my parents and thousands of others a much needed escape through their workday, through feeling shitty, through a divorce, through, fighting, through disease, alcohol, anything anybody goes through. And they were listening to him. It was an escape. It was escape as much as anything else. And it meant a lot. Thank you for the music taste that helped us all become who we are and listen to what we listen to and do what we get to do in music, or anything. Just a little escapism through your day. He probably played a song and you found it through him that you don't even realize that might have changed your life or your emotions. And it's important to take note of. And I was really hit by it, and I was really thinking about it. So talk about it on what I do with some music. So that's it, man. That's the gist. We're going to watch some Pierre clips now and just yap a little bit more about it. But rest in peace, Pierre Robert. Thank you for all the stuff you've done. I will continue to watch MMR, and I don't know how I, as just one human who listened to you, will help continue on your thing, but I'm going to be nicer to people. I'm going to get some shit to bring to the goddamn Camp Out for Hunger this year, even though I'm not involved with the whole thing anymore. Why should I not? I'm going to get involved. I'm going to take pictures because I love it. I'm going to keep doing all the music stuff because I love it. And I'm going to try and help people through the process. Thank you. This is some Black Coffee for you. Just like you did in that Rittenhouse. Trying to channel that energy. See where a lot of my stuff comes from and the good, and make sure it's kind of put out into the world. So talk about this coffee real quick. Black Rifle Coffee Company. It's a veteran support company, or veteran owned creative company. So you should go support it. Go support your local veteran. This is just some coffee way to do it, but I love it. So good. Getting me absolutely caffeinated out. It's a vibe, dude. So let's watch some Pierre clips. Let's have a laugh now. Let's be hype about it. Talk some shit for a little bit and just keep that good energy going. So here I was watching this thing of when he did King of the Q, like a tour for a fan and then my barbecue. This is interesting to me because this is a venue that I work at often doing different stuff. So I've seen a bunch, and it makes you really remember too that he was the local guy. So that's why a lot of us know it. I work at this venue. I went to a couple concerts with my family there, but then I work at it. I always heard them about going to it. It's just like it was a thing. My grandfather worked at this venue right when it came around 30 years ago or something. So it's just a thing. So we're just gonna watch a bit, maybe watch people talk about it. I don't know. When I'm done, I'm done.
And tour buses get more and more elaborate each and every year, but they're always trying to push that envelope. So now they've made the sides that can come out when the band is parked and have a larger space than they once had.
That's pretty cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And
Need it for the groupies.
Well, yes, for the groupies, and for them to lure young ladies back into their pad.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're now here on the loading dock. Now this, as you can see, is a cluster which looks absolutely unorganized. Does it make any sense to you as you look upon this site?
Yeah.
Just random people talking to him like he's known him forever, telling him the insides and the interesting stuff that's going on behind the scenes of the venue, which, like, to somebody who doesn't know, is probably super interesting.
I've been in bands, so
Okay, all right. So you know how it goes. But there's tons of equipment, and each drum kit is set up on a rolling thing so that they can roll it right in and roll it right out again.
That's fuel stuff right there.
Why would you guess that?
Because it says fuel on the side of the thing right there.
Very good. Very, very good. He's really learning. There goes Marissa Magnata.
Oh, there she goes!
Is she working the roadies? Or the dressing up? Cal Sparks, for example. How are you?
Let's watch a funny clip. Let's just watch a funny clip. I talked my trash, and there's billions of clips out there, and you should go look at some of the stuff he's done. It's hard to find right now because everything's just in remembrance because a lot of people loved it. But go take some listens. Go through the archive. Stuff like this. We're gonna watch a funny clip and just rest in peace, Pierre Robert. Let's all, especially all my Philly, Jersey people, anybody who can get MMR on the radio, local. We all know that it kind of meant a lot, and if not, maybe ask your parents. If you're in the rock world and like it, look it up, dude. But let's all live with a little bit of that energy because we all have this music style and taste partially because of him. All your favorite artists loved him. They all put good memories about it, and it's like a Nardwuar of the rock, just not as weird. It's like a genuine person who cared a lot and spread the information of the world, the history of MMR, the history of rock, different things at different times. It was a wealth of knowledge, and it's got to be continued on, and we all just have to kind of take some of that energy, man. Remember, it's real. Remember, you can do great things. Remember, helping is good. Remember that loving your art form is kind of amazing and can lead you to great places. Whatever your art form is, dude, go be the best at art or regular or whatever. You know what I mean? Find it, love it, do it. Rest in peace, Pierre Robert. Thank you for all of the stuff. Let's end on a funny clip.
Why would you set yourself up?
But I wouldn't do it justice anyway. There, yeah, just stick with the original.
Yeah, it's like me trying to do the Baba Beebadop.
Right, yeah.
Hey, everybody, it's good to have you on the Baba to Daba to Baba Badoo Ga Ga Bapadop.
How the hell?
My son loves it, by the way. He loves it when I do that.
I
Cracks
just
him up.
can't believe it.
It's good to have you on the Baba to Daba to Baba Badoo Ga Ga Bapadop.
Preston, actually, every time you play that at the end of the show now, will actually off-air say it out loud along with it.
Like a prayer. I like it.
Kind of, yeah.
It's kind of fun. All right. Hey, everybody, it's good to have you on the Baba to Daba to Baba Badoo Ga Ga Bapadop.
It's like a meditation.
Totally. Hey, everybody, it's good to have you on the Baba to Daba to Baba Badoo Ga Ga Bapadop Badoo Ga Ga Bapadop Badoo Ga Ga Bapadop Badoo Ga Ga Bapadop. And eventually you get better. You go, has a Badoo Ga Bapadop Badoo Ga Ga Bapadop Badoo Ga Ga Bapadop. It's religion to me.
Yeah.
All right. Anyhow, what's on your show today, Pierre?
Thanks for watching. Rest in peace.